Okay, check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Okay, now I should be able to hear myself. Make sure the audio is alright. Let me test that the simulcast is going good. Chats is working. Okay, I think we're good there. Alright, let me post in the old Discord channel that we're going live. I'm trying to get this hotkey tutorial across the finish line. Across the finish line. Let me dive in. To the new Kick channel. If you are so inclined, it would be a huge help if you have an account over there. It would be a huge help to toss me a follow. Much obliged. I can't spell. There we go. Alright, now where? There we go. Let's put that at the top. There we go. Okay. So just communicating for everybody on the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, all you got to do, it's free to join. Trying to build a good community over there. A bunch of good, helpful people. I really like the way things are shaping up over there. I post a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff when I'm going live. All you got to do is head on over to the Twitch page, and you can hit join. In fact, let's see what that looks like. Here we go. Okay. I gotta drink my coffee too. Oh my goodness, we got Streamception. But yeah, all you gotta do is scroll down and just hit join the Discord right there in the middle. So that's functional, that's working. In fact, copy link address. Maybe I can just hook you up. Yeah, there you go. You should just be able to hit. That link right there, and you can join the Discord. Okay. All right. So let's download resized banner. Let's overwrite that. Save. Yes. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Upload banner, upload from local device. Boom. There we go. Confirm. Excellent. And then edit avatar, upload from local device, live stream assets. Maybe this will work. Okay, let's do this. Copy. Add photos. Here, let's give him the big one. Let me give him the big one. because I got the default. Whoops. Whoops. Resize this for me to. There we go. And let's turn on the banner. This will be writing/editing, hotkey tutorial. Then back to living my priest in WoW, almost level 50. I think it's 3 now. Say hi in the chat. Say hi in the chat. Let's kick it and relax. Okay, I like that. I'll move this back over when I'm... You know what I should do? I should just create a new layout for when I'm streaming Turtle WoW. And that way I don't have to keep moving stuff all over the place every time. Yeah, I'll do that when I start streaming WoW later today. So here's a wizard thumbnail. Let's put that in this folder where... Man, those bots are crazy. I just started the live stream. We're 6 minutes into the live stream. I already had a bot show up. That's wild. I just deleted that shit. Okay. Now, this one, upload from local device. There we go. That's fine. That's better than the default. Confirm. Okay. This banner message display for 2 minutes upon ending your stream. Oh. So I gotta make like a little self-promotional thing. That'd be cool. Okay, I gotta get my Instagram started up again. Hey Stefan, how you doing, man? All right, let me reload this real quick. I'm simulcasting, so I'm just double checking a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Is that working? That's working. Okay, great. All right, let's move this over here. Actually, I can move this over here. And then click on this. Nope. And then click on this. There we go. So I got this. I'm just making sure I got everything lined up for my simulcast so I can see everybody's chat. Just trying to be a responsible streamer. There we go. Seven says, all caught up on retail, and now I can either work on an alt or try Turtle WoW. Yeah, I mean, that's up to you, man. I certainly like Turtle WoW. If you end up joining, I don't think you can message anybody until you're like level 10 or something. But if you do Turtle WoW, join the Nordinar server, and when you get level 10, message me. We can toss you an invite to the guild. I'm super close to getting max level. The guild that I'm in right now, they've got like AQ 20 and AQ 40 on farm. And then the server itself, like you could pretty much join a pickup group for Molten Core. So there's a lot of progression, PvE progression. When I was playing vanilla on Darkspear, like you couldn't dream of doing a pickup group for Molten Core. The aptitude just wasn't there. So there's a lot of like really educated players over there. And the thing I like about it is it's not pay to win. And they've really updated all the talents. Like, I don't know if you played vanilla or not, but here, let me post this. Right there, boom. I gotta post everything 3 times, but it's fine. There we go. So let me look at the mage stuff, because I'm actually really familiar with the mage. So where is it? So there's improved frost over. There's shatter. Here, all right. So this is interesting. So this is like a new talent. Icicles. Draw upon frost ley lines becoming frozen in place and launch icicles at the enemy, dealing 101 frost damage every 1 second for 5 seconds. Damage taken has a high chance to shatter your icy prison, dealing 30% of your base health as frost damage to you. Canceling the effect early will not remove the freeze effect. So that's interesting. Flash freeze. If an effect that causes the target to freeze is not applied due to the target being permanently immune to freeze effects, you have a 50 to 100% chance to gain flash freeze instead. Flash freeze resets the cooldown of icicles and reduces the duration and time between each icicle by 80% for your next icicle. This sounds so crazy. Like, I'm definitely gonna level up a mage, and I'm gonna mess with this. Oh yeah, so I'm glad you asked about that. So in vanilla, shamans and paladins, and to an extent druids, I mean, those are all hybrid classes, right? And all three of those classes, they did a lot of different things, but they didn't really do anything really well. So what they've done in Turtle WoW is they've updated the talents. They've even created whole new talents. They've revised the current talents. So if you remember in, like, I think Deathforge said it, if you wanted to be like a boomkin or a prot paladin, or what's the there's like one or two, there was really only one viable spec for shamans in PvE, and if you weren't those, they'd just tell you to go pound sand. But they've updated all of the different talents so you can choose to be what you want and be viable. Like Zek has been leveling a paladin as a tank. He's doing a good job. The druid's been updated, so you can actually be a boomkin, because if you wanted to be a boomkin in a raid in vanilla, they tell you to go pound sand. Yeah, so let's take a look at enhancement real quick. Increases total value of your stats. Wow. Increase your chance to block attacks with a shield. Okay, so there you go. There's a tank. That's a tank stat. Your threat generated by your totems is transferred to you. So again, that's to help you tank even more. Improve your chance to get a critical strike with your weapons attacks, crits, damage, help and tank. Increase the number of charges of your shield spells. Ghost Wolf. Increase your armor value from items, and add chance to dodge by an additional 2, 4 to 6%. Instantly strikes your target, causing 20% weapon damage and an additional 10% as nature damage. The strike also triggers an empowering version of your active shield, consuming 1 charge. Damn. Reduce the threat generated by physical attacks. That's not really a tank thing, but that's maybe like damage dealing. I don't know much about shamans, so I'm interested to kind of look through these. Increase your attack speed for your next 3 swings after dealing a melee critical strike. Wow. Increase armor gain from shields. Increase the effect of your strength of earth and grace of air totems, and reduces the cooldown of your grounding totem. Your stonekin totem's damage reduction is increased, and additionally it increases block amount. Wow. So you could really be a shaman tank with all this stuff. Imbuing your weapons gives you special benefit. Flame Tongue increases damage done by your fire totems and spells. Rockbiter reduces damage taken. Frost Brand increases the chance to proc the effect and becomes guaranteed to critically hit if the target is afflicted with Frost Shock. Ooh. Wind Fury. If one of the bonuses doesn't land, your attack speed is increased for your next strike. Wow. So it's like mini Wind Fury. It's oh wow, that really buffs Wind Fury, huh? Storm Strike gives your next attack 100% weapon damage, increases your next 2 sources of nature damage you deal by 20%. Increase the damage you deal with all weapons. Storm Strike and Lightning Strike by up to 10%. Bloodlust. Fly into a frenzy, increasing your attack speed by 20%. Spellcasting speed by 20% for 30 seconds. While under this effect, your melee critical strikes increase the attack and casting speed of all party members within 30 yards by 8% for 6 seconds. So 8%, you could buff the whole raid and give them 8% damage, 8% extra damage for 6 seconds. That's crazy. And then obviously you got some stuff. So here, let's do this. Let's do a tank build. So there's that. Increase your chance to block. Let's grab that. We don't worry about the threat because you're a tank. Improve the chance to get the crit strike. Increase the number of charges for your shield because a lot of stuff procs off that. Reduce the cast time of Ghost Wolf. We're gonna skip that. Instantly strikes your target. Okay. Increase your armor value from items. Yes. Reduce threat generated. No. Increase your attack speed. Let's grab that. Increase your armor gained by shields. Yes, because we're a tank. Your stone skin totem's damage reduction is increased by 15 to 30%, and additionally increases block amount. Yes, so you can tank even more. That's like Shaman's version of like Shield Wall or something. Imbuing your weapon for the Wind Fury, absolutely. Storm Strike. Yeah, you're grabbing that. Increase the damage you deal with all weapons. Hell yeah. Bloodlust, definitely. Okay, we still got 10 points left over. Chain Lightning. Cast a time of healing wave. Reduce the mana cost of your healing spells. No, because you're a tank. So let's do damage. Okay, now we got 5 points left over. Reduce damage taken from Fire, Frost, and Nature effect. Yeah, because you're going to want that. Increase your chance to hit with spells and melee attacks by 1, 2, 3. In your critical melee strikes, increase your chance to hit with spells by an additional percentage. So I guess depending on your gear. So until you get some gear, I would do elemental warning or warding, and that way you get 10% resist. And then I put the other 2 points here.